welcome back to my channel. We are back for another Pokemon tier list. Today we are doing the Mega Pokemon tier list. I think that's all of them. I don't know if I'm missing any. Hopefully not. If I am, let me know. For one, do not mind the hair. I just got out of the shower a while ago. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we've got God tier. We'll go like. We'll go meh. We'll go. I can spell dislike and what the fuck why. So get rid of and get rid of. Okay. Let's get right into it. First starting off with Mega Obama Snow. I quite like Mega Obama Snow. I think the design is pretty cool, and Obama Snow is already like creepy as fuck. So it just already adds to the creepy factor. And him being like more large. Mega Absol, fucking god tier. Mega Absol is probably one of my most favorite megas out there. Also, Absol is like one of my most favorite Pokemon like ever. But yeah. Mega Aerodactyl. Meh. It's not really giving me like oh my god, holy shit, like kind of feelings. It's just like, okay, you added spikes to it. Sure, why not? Mega Aggron. Also I like how they kind of made him more bigger and like more like a shield. I think is pretty cool, and he just looks more badass. Mega Alakazam. I'm putting dislike just because it doesn't really make a difference. Because I don't know. To me, it doesn't make any difference. It just looks like Alakazam with multiple spoons and more facial hair. It's just, eh. Mega Altaria, also dislike. I mean, you give her more cotton ball fluff. I mean, Altaria already had enough, so Mega Altaria doesn't really do much for me. Mega Ampharos, we'll put in meh. I mean, there's not really much you can do to make. I'm pretty sure if I were to draw a Mega Ampharos, I could probably do a better design than that, because all you're doing is just adding more hair to it when it doesn't really necessarily need to. So, Mega Audino, again, it's not great. Definitely not one of my favorites, because, yeah. Mega Bayonet, I'm gonna put in God tier because that thing is fucking scary. Bayonet itself is already scary, especially if you know the origin of Bayonet, and that it's an abandoned Pokédoll that goes after the the child that abandoned it. So that's already pretty cool. Mega Beedrill, put in like. I like the idea that it's kind of looks more of a scary wasp, like a hornet kind of thing. Because, yeah, aren't hornets like much scarier than wasps in of itself? So I like the factor that it looks more big and bug-like, even though I hate wasps and all that shit. Mega Blastoise. You're just adding a bigger cannon to it, and cannons on its arms. It doesn't really look that great. Again, if I were probably to design a Mega Blastoise, I'd probably make a better one than that. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Mega Blaziken. Eh. It's also not one of my favorites, but I mean, it's not terrible. I do like the little like ribbons on it, the fire ribbons, which is pretty okay. But it's just, it's not really that overwhelming, to be honest. Mega Camerupt. I think I'm just gonna put it in what the fuck why, because Mega Camerupt itself already looks like two erupting volcanoes, so it's like, why the fuck would you have to not make it like a Slugma? Like, there's no reason that it needs to get rid of its legs and become more of a volcano than it already is. Which don't make sense. Mega Charizard X and Y. Sorry. I'm really hoping that the shit doesn't really pop up when I'm making a video. Mega Charizard X and Y. That one is god tier. That one is fine. I mean, I don't mind like the more spikes and whatnot, but it doesn't really change color. This one is more badass in my opinion, and I don't know what its shiny looks like to be honest, but all in all, pretty cool. Mega Deontay. Meh. I mean, she's already of herself. She's already a diamond or whatever, a crystal. You're just altituding the crystallized, It's not bad, again, not a bad one, but definitely like not great. Mega Gallade, I think I'll put in god tier because I do like the extra effect of his blades and the cape behind it. I fuck with capes and I fuck with blades in a fighting sense. Yeah. We're gonna put Mega Garchomp. I don't like it. It doesn't really do anything for me. Adding more spikes and bigger blades for its hands is just not cool. So Mega Gardevoir, it doesn't do much either because you're just making her dress poofier. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but whatever. Mega Gengar. Also, why I don't really care for it. Again, it's not one of my favorites. Whatever. Mega Glalie is meh. I mean, the design is a lot scarier than an actual Glalie, but again, it's not that great. Mega Gyarados, I'm just gonna put in there. Like, why? It's less creepy when you put it that way, honestly. But it's just like, why? Why does it look like that? Like, it shouldn't look like that. Mega Heracross, also what the fuck, why? Doesn't really do anything for me. You're just making its horn bigger and adding different colors to it. That's just how it is. Mega Houndoom! I do like Mega Houndoom. I do like the bigger sets of the horns and the bigger sets of the bone pieces on its chest. I do think that is pretty cool. And the little like tusk things that comes out. Definitely more badass. More of a badass version of Houndoom, which is pretty cool. Mega Kangaskhan I also do like, because I do like the baby also takes an effect and comes out of the pouch finally instead of just sits there and does nothing. I do like that it just takes an effect. Mega Latios and Latias. What the fuck, why? Because same color. It really shouldn't be. You can't really tell who's who, which is stupid. So, yeah. Mega Lopunny. I don't like. It kind of looks like Cinderace. But it's I get the concept of what they're going for, like a fighting rabbit, but doesn't really do anything for me, you know. Mega Lucario, obviously. Mega Lucario is also pretty badass. Its shiny is fucking awful though, not gonna lie, but I do like Mega Lucario. It's definitely like more badass than like more things I know. Manectric. What the fuck? Why? There's no reason that the lightning bolts should be bigger. Mega Maywile also got a tier because look at its fucking thing. The Venus flytrap thing. Like, holy shit. One of the coolest ones I honestly think is pretty cool. Mega Medicham. Again, adding more arms doesn't do anything. Or adding more bullshit to it doesn't do anything. It just adding more bullshit to it that it doesn't do good for it. So Mega Metagross, I think I pretty like. I like that it instead of on all fours, it kind of turned into like a spaceship, which is pretty cool. His arms are out and he flies, which is pretty cool. Mega Mewtwo X and Y. This one is a meh for me. I don't really like it. This one I do like though. I like the kind of more alien version of it because it looks pretty cool. Mega Pidgeot. What the fuck? Why? Again, You're just making it a bigger bird with extra colors. It doesn't do anything. Mega Pinsir is a lot cooler than Mega fucking Heracross because you actually added wings to him. He's like, what is he? He's a beetle, right? And I know some beetles do fly, so it's cool that they added like wings to him, which is pretty cool. Mega Rayquaza. Do I even have to say anything for this? Because obviously, look at it. Mega Sableye is a meh. I mean, you kind of didn't do much to Sableye. You kind of just made his eyes giant and made him just hold a giant ruby. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Mega Salamence, I don't like that it kind of just turned into a flying saucer. Also just not one of my things, as well as Mega Sceptile, also not one of my things, not really cool at all. Just add more shit to it that doesn't make it look cooler. Mega Scizor, I like that his claws got way bigger and that he's got extra wings, which is pretty cool. Mega Sharpedo is a meh. I like the cool like lightning designs on it, and I do like that his beak is kind of bigger, kind of makes him more like long nosed and sharp and pointy. So yeah, Mega Slowbro. What the fuck? Why? Because obviously, look at it. Like, what am I looking at? Like, why? Mega Steelix. We'll put it in meh. Also, not really like one of my favorites, but it's kind of cool looking. I'll give it that, but it's not like god tier or I would like, oh my god, I want it so bad kind of thing. But it's not terrible. Definitely not. Mega Swampert. Put it in dislike because I get what they're going for, but it's like, why? It just kind of looks goofy looking. Mega Tyranitar. Yeah, I think Mega Tyranitar is also like a god tier one because he's just more scary looking. I'll give it that. He's more scary looking with added the few extra horns to him. So, yeah. And Mega Venusaur. It didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. It what? Grew an extra flower on its head and extra leaves. That's all it did. Like, didn't change much. I love Venusaur, but Mega Venusaur didn't do anything. So, yeah, let's take a quick looky at the final production. Looks pretty Gucci to me. And yeah, if you have any anyone that you would switch with or have any differences that you want to switch out or whatever, let me know in the comments. And yeah, pretty much you can always just find this shit. You could just search up tiermaker.com. It's all right there, and you'll find a whole couple pages or so of just tier lists, which is what I was doing. But yeah, that is basically it. Everything's down in the description. I love you guys, and I will see you later.